Welcome to the Brain Alpha. Today, we're tearing down a massive misconception in the self-help world. You know the drill, right? You create a vision board, you repeat your daily affirmations, you think positive thoughts, and boom, your dream life magically manifests. Except, well, it usually doesn't. We're going to explore the huge failure rate of traditional manifestation techniques and look at the real, hard psychological reasons why your vision board is probably just sitting there collecting dust.
It's a pretty harsh reality, but an estimated 98% of people who try the law of attraction completely fail to see any long-term results. Why? Because they're focusing almost entirely on surface-level thoughts and completely ignoring their underlying emotional state. I mean, you can chant, "I am wealthy" or "I'm successful" 1,000 times a day, but if your core emotional state is vibrating with anxiety and this deep sense of lack, your reality, it's just not going to budge.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for this explainer. First, the 98% failure rate. Second, the 4 levels of EQ. Third, the toxic positivity trap. Fourth, hacking your subconscious mind. And finally, the power of now. We are officially replacing the woo-woo magic with real psychology.
Starting with Section 1, the 98% failure rate. There is just a severe disconnect between simply thinking positive and seeing actual, real-world results. Let's look at why our brains are fundamentally wired to block these surface-level wishes. To really understand this failure, think of your mind like a giant iceberg. Your conscious mind, the part making the wishes, setting the goals, repeating those affirmations, that only accounts for about 5% of your cognitive activity. Just 5%. The other 95% lurking below the surface, that's your deeply rooted subconscious mind. If your conscious mind says, "Hey, I want success," but your subconscious mind is secretly terrified of the responsibility or the judgment that comes with it, well, the 95% is going to win every single time. It's the part that truly dictates your behavior and your real-world outcomes.
Moving right along to Section 2, the 4 levels of EQ. This is where we step completely away from traditional self-help and dive into the hard science of emotional intelligence, using some incredible insights from a wildly popular TED Talk by EQ expert Ivan Young.
Let's establish our psychological baseline here. Emotional intelligence, or EQ, isn't just about feeling your feelings. It's the ability to correctly understand, manage, and actually utilize your own and others' emotions to drive positive action. It's about actively facing your emotions head-on to change your life rather than just kind of passively sitting there experiencing them.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because EQ actually breaks down into 4 progressive levels. First up is recognizing. That's simply noticing you feel anxious or angry, without judging it. Second is understanding, really digging into the root cause of why you feel that way. Third is controlling, taking that crucial pause before reacting. And finally, the ultimate goal, transforming.
Think of emotional control kind of like driving a car. It is perfectly fine for your emotions to ride along as passengers. Like, if you're feeling fearful about a big job interview or maybe a cross-country move, acknowledge that the fear is sitting right there in the passenger seat. But, and this is a big but, you can never ever let those emotions grab the steering wheel. You absolutely have to remain the driver of your own life.
And that leads us perfectly into the final level, transforming those emotions. Harvard psychologist Dr. Susan David calls this emotional agility. It's the act of recognizing your raw emotions without being controlled by them and actively aligning your actions with your core values. This means you can feel totally, utterly terrified about taking a massive leap, like striving for a corporate promotion. Yet you still take the steps to accept the challenge because your core value is growth. You're literally transforming the raw energy of fear into constructive action.
Section 3, the toxic positivity trap. We've all been there, right? You're feeling utterly exhausted, overwhelmed, or anxious, and someone just chimes in with, "Good vibes only," or "Turn that frown upside down." Ugh, it is exhausting. And psychologically speaking, forcing a smile when your internal alarm bells are screaming actually halts your personal progress.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why. Psychologically, suppressing those negative emotions is like leaving a rotten apple right in your heart. Forced positivity doesn't erase your anxiety. Actually, scratch that. It doesn't just fail to erase it. It actively pushes it deeper into your subconscious, where it festers, it rots, and it ultimately sabotages your behavior from entirely behind the scenes.
This creates the ultimate manifestation trap. When your conscious thought, like, "I want an incredible, high-paying career," clashes directly with a hidden emotion, like, "Deep down, I don't really deserve it," reality is always going to default to your hidden emotions. The universe, or more accurately your psychology, responds to your authentic emotional state, not your forced surface-level thoughts. Which brings us to Section 4, hacking your subconscious mind. So how do we actually fix this? We need real actionable solutions to rewire a brain that's been biologically evolved to fear change and just keep you in a safe, comfortable, yet totally self-sabotaging bubble.
Here are 3 highly actionable techniques to bypass that 5% conscious mind and effectively rewrite your subconscious programming. First, meditation. Now, this isn't necessarily to achieve total zen, but simply to observe your racing thoughts without judging them. Second, journaling. But don't just write down what you had for lunch. Dig deep into the why behind your triggers. And third, emotional visualization. You can't just close your eyes and picture a new house. You have to physically feel the joy, the peace, and the gratitude of having it right now. Because emotion is the actual language of the subconscious.
Now, as you start applying these tools, your brain is naturally going to resist. It desperately wants to keep you safe in what's familiar. But keep this powerful quote in mind. Success isn't about destroying your current self, it's about letting it evolve to the next stage. Self-sabotage is really just your mind trying to maintain a familiar identity. Once you realize that the next stage is actually safe, your brain will finally stop fighting you. Section 5. The power of now. To make any of this work, to truly hack your mind, you have to bring your focus entirely back to the present moment. You've got to stop dwelling on past regrets, and you absolutely must stop spiraling into future anxieties.
So the crucial point is this. Your reality is built on the emotions and thoughts you choose right now. The present moment is literally the only place where you have any actual power. You can only change your life's trajectory by taking control of your emotional state today, in this very second.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this powerful, provocative question to spark some immediate self-reflection. What emotion is driving your reality right now? Is it fear? Is it a feeling of unworthiness? Or is it quiet confidence and readiness? Take a look inward, grab that steering wheel, and take control of your drive.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and help us build the hype. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.